Pledge for Peace. Mr. Yoshitoshi Fukahori, representing the Hibakusha, will deliver the Pledge for Peace. Pledge for Peace. I was 16 years old when the atomic bomb was dropped on August 9, 1945. I was working as a mobilized student at the Nagasaki Prefecture Evacuation Office, 3.6 kilometers away from the hypercenter. At 11:02, feeling the white flash and the sound of the explosion, I panicked and took cover underneath the desk. In the evening, I was ordered to go home. My school friend and I climbed the Mount Compilla to go home. And when we got halfway up the mountain, we were stopped by many injured people who were running away from the top of the mountain. They warned us that the whole other side of the mountain was engulfed in flames. The next morning, we began to walk along the streetcar rail track. The Nagasaki station building was burned down, and the familiar cityscape was gone. It was as if we had wandered into another world. At last, I arrived at my relative's house near Sanno Shrine, only to find it destroyed. Inside, my 18-year-old sister lay dead, looking as if she was embracing the beam of the house in her right arm. I still regret that I did not force myself to go home earlier. If I had made it, I may have been able to speak to her one last time. After that, I headed to the university hospital, and as I climbed over a hill, I saw Urakami Cathedral burning down below. While tears overflowed, I felt anger and thought, the world is going to end. Corpses piled up and floated in the river next to this peace park. I reported my sister's death to my parents, who had evacuated to Mitsuyama, and on August 12th, my mother, younger brother, and I formed a well out of lumber and cremated my sister's body. The sky was clear on that day, as the midsummer sun blazed down from above. Heat and stench approached in front of my face, and it almost made me dizzy. My mother, a little farther away, just stared at the ground and just continued to pray. 70,000 precious lives were stolen, and a further 75,000 people were hurt from just one atomic bomb. The joy of those who were lucky enough to escape from the vicinity of the hypocenter on that day did not last long, as they were attacked by mysterious diseases and did not survive. How horrifying! I strongly believe that nuclear weapons cannot coexist with mankind. In March 2011, the Fukushima No.1 nuclear power plant accident occurred. Nuclear power plants within the country were shut down all at once, and we feared the threat of nuclear power. However, even as we struggle with the large risk of nuclear energy, nuclear power plants are being put in operation again one after another. No matter what kind of strict regulations are put into place in our country, which repeatedly faces earthquakes, they are useless against earthquakes. Shouldn't we switch the energy policies which are so reliant on nuclear energy towards natural energy instead? Our country, which was restored after the war with a peace constitution as a national policy, must not lose the respect and the trust it has gathered from countries all over the world, including Asian countries. Furthermore, we must not forget our duty as the only country that has been bombed by an atomic bomb during wartime. In 1979, 6 Hibakusha volunteers, including myself, began collecting photos related to the atomic bombing, and we have collected and examined over 4,000 photos taken by many people. Believing in the power of the photos, which convey the truth of what happened under the mushroom cloud, we pledge in front of the spirits of the deceased that we will continue to convey the reality of the atomic bombing and continue to use all our ability towards eternal world peace and the abolition of nuclear weapons. Yoshitoshi Fukahori, Atomic Bomb Survivor Representative, August 9, 2017.